Graduands, guests and colleagues, my name is Mary Haworth, and it is both an honour and a privilege to stand before you today and welcome you to this January 2021 virtual graduation ceremony. As graduates, you will join an international community of over 123,000 York alumni in 183 countries. The York Global Alumni Association organises many events, networks and services that are designed to help you make connections with other alumni across the world and boost your career prospects. As you get your first job or take up further study or training, please remember to keep us in touch with what you're doing. Understanding the career paths that you take will help us to provide the right support for current students and make sure we offer graduates like you relevant information and opportunities. Today is a very special day for all of you. Graduation is a milestone, but today is not the graduation any of us had quite envisaged, and we look forward to being able to welcome you all back to campus for a celebration as soon as it is safe to do so. So our virtual ceremony is different, but we hope that you will find lots to appreciate in this next hour or so, and a few surprises along the way. So please do stay with us. We very much hope that you're enjoying your day with your family, friends, and the supporters who have been part of this remarkable journey that you've all taken. We'd love to hear how you're all celebrating today. So please use the hashtag #UOYGraduation on social media to share your stories and thank your friends and supporters. And do take a moment to raise a glass to your achievements. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Professor Sir Malcolm Grant, University Chancellor, who will declare the congregation open for the conferment of awards.
Good afternoon, everybody, and on behalf of the whole University of York, welcome. Welcome to this, our second graduation ceremony in the January 2021 order. And today we're conferring awards on our graduates in social sciences. We welcome them, we welcome you, their family, supporters, and others from right around the world. It's a very special ceremony. Of course, it's not like the normal ceremonies where we would be gathered in the central hall. We would be crowded in together, we would be cheering, we would be hugging, there would be tears, and there would be joy, because these graduation ceremonies are a celebration. But they're also a formal ceremony in which those of you who started today as graduands of the university, that is, that you had completed all the degree requirements, are, by the end of the ceremony, graduates. Not just graduates, but graduates of the University of York. And what a great achievement that is. So today we're recognising those who are graduating in the social sciences, and the events of the last year will have brought home to all of us the sheer importance of the social sciences. Because yes, it's medical sciences that we have to thank for the development of vaccines, which may yet be the route out of this ghastly pandemic. But it's the social sciences where we've needed to draw upon most critically in the way in which governments should and could handle the social response to the pandemic. The need to prevent the further contamination of and contagion as this virus rips through populations. So congratulations to all of those who are graduating today, and we look forward to your wisdom, your expertise and your knowledge helping to steer governments and societies through the challenges of future years. It's a great occasion, and on behalf of the whole university, I extend to you our warmest congratulations. It's not, well, it's a rite of passage, but it's not the severing of the cord of relationships between you and us. We want to be able to welcome you back to the campus at any time. We want to be able to follow your achievements and for you to follow the achievements of the university over the coming years. So our very best wishes to you for your future career and for every happiness and fulfilment throughout your life. I have great pleasure in declaring this congregation open for the conferment of awards.
Chancellor, it is my privilege to present to you Lord Laidlaw of Rothiemay, who will accept our invitation into the University's College of Benefactors on behalf of the Laidlaw Foundation. The University of York is one of just 12 universities around the world to partner with the Laidlaw Foundation through the Laidlaw Undergraduate Research and Leadership Scholarship Programme. This scholarship programme aims to develop a new generation of leaders who are skilled researchers and who believe it is a moral imperative to lead with integrity. The Foundation invests in 25 highly talented undergraduates at York each year and nurtures their knowledge and skills to become active global citizens. So far, 100 students have received Laidlaw scholarships at the University of York. And through this carefully designed programme, the scholars are supported to undertake a research project of their choice, to gain a leadership in action experience, and to build their network with like-minded leaders of the future. It is Lord Laidlaw's hope that as a result of this experience, these scholars will value research, respect science and proven fact, and that they will be committed to ethical leadership. Above all, it's his wish that they're given the opportunity to expand their knowledge and gain confidence in their own abilities. It's my great privilege to present Lord Laidlaw, founder of the Laidlaw Foundation, to you, Chancellor, and to ask that you formally induct the Laidlaw Foundation into the University of York's College of Benefactors.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, and distinguished guests, I'm really delighted that the Laidlaw Foundation has been invited to join York's College of Benefactors. We have had a very long and very warm relationship with York as one of our partner universities in the Foundation's undergraduate scholars programme. It's been a great pleasure to work with York, and we hope to continue this relationship over a very long time. When I first visited the University of York, I was really impressed by your focus on leadership, which is, of course, a vital part of our undergraduate programme. York is one of the very few universities that have treated leadership as a skill that needs teaching to both staff and undergraduates. It's a unique part of the University of York. So introducing our programme into York has been easier and smoother than with many other universities. We also greatly appreciate York's contribution to our Leadership in Action part of the scholarship. York's been great assistance in developing this area, something that is still ongoing at present. No scholars have been as active as the York scholars in contributing to and participating in the Laidlaw Scholars Network. This contact that they get with scholars from all over the world is contributing to York's goal that I know they have in making all the students into global citizens. Thank you, Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, for this very important recognition. It means a great deal to me and to all of the team at the Laidlaw Foundation.
Thank you very much, Lord Laidlaw. I now call upon Professor Stuart Bell, Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences.
Thank you, Chancellor. I am Professor Stuart Bell, Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, and I would like to welcome all who are celebrating our graduation ceremonies from both here in the UK and around the world. A graduation ceremony marks a momentous milestone in every student's academic journey. It is the culmination of hard work, perseverance, and determination. This is, of course, particularly true in light of the current global pandemic, which has brought many unforeseen challenges and difficulties to us all. To our graduands, this is a time when family and friends can gather with you to recognise what you have achieved in your degree programmes. And while this graduation ceremony may differ from the traditional event, their pride in you is no less. All of us at the University of York are immensely proud of your commitment to achieving your goals, and we're very honoured to share this day with you. On behalf of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates. Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, Master of Science in Development Economics and Emerging Markets, Master of Science in Economic Evaluation for Health Technology Assessment, Master of Science in Economics, Master of Science in Economics and Finance, Master of Science in Economics and Public Policy, Master of Science in Finance, Master of Science in Health Economics, Master of Science in Project Analysis for Finance and Investment, Postgraduate Diploma in Health Economics for Healthcare Professionals, Postgraduate Certificate in Economics, Postgraduate Certificate in Health Economics for Healthcare Professionals, Bachelor of Science in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Economics and Finance, Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics for English Language Teaching, Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics for Language Teaching, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Arts in Global and International Citizenship Education, Master of Arts in Social Justice and Education, Master of Arts in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Master of Science in Psychology in Education. Postgraduate Certificate in Psychology in Education. Bachelor of Arts in English in Education. Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Science in Psychology in Education with placement year. Master of Laws in Art Law. Master of Laws in International Corporate and Commercial Law. Master of Laws in International Human Rights Law and Practice. Master of Laws in Law. Master of Laws in Legal and Political Theory. Bachelor of Laws in Law. Bachelor of Laws, Senior Status in Law. Doctor of Philosophy in Management. Master of Arts in Railway Studies. Master of Science in Accounting and Financial Management. Master of Science in Finance, Leadership and Management. Master of Science in Global Marketing. Master of Science in Human Resource Management. Master of Science in Innovation, Leadership and Management. Master of Science in International Business. Master of Science in International Business and Strategic Management. Master of Science in International Business Leadership and Management. Master of Science in International Strategic Management. Master of Science in Management. Master of Science in Management with Business Finance. Postgraduate Diploma in Innovation, Leadership and Management. Postgraduate Diploma in International Business and Strategic Management. Postgraduate Certificate in Human Resource Management. Postgraduate Certificate in International Business. Postgraduate Certificate in International Business Leadership and Management. Postgraduate Certificate in International Strategic Management. Postgraduate Certificate in Management. Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management. Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Business Finance and Management.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ensemble Anonimi will perform their arrangement of In My Life by the Beatles.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed.
Some forever, not for better, and some have gone, and some remain.
All these places have their moments with lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, oh, there is no one that compares with you.
And these memories lose their meaning
When I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life I love you more. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll stop and think about them. In my life I'll love you.
I love you, I love you,
I love you.
On behalf of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates. Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy, Politics and Economics. Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Politics. Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Politics. Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Politics and Economics. Doctor of Philosophy in Politics. Master of Arts in Applied Human Rights. Master of Arts in Conflict, Governance and Development. Master of Arts in International Political Economy, Critical Theories, Issues and Conflicts. Master of Arts in International Relations. Master of Arts in Political Theory. Master of Arts in Post-War Recovery Studies. Master of Arts in Public Administration and Public Policy. Master of Public Administration in Public Administration. Master of Public Administration in Public Administration, International Development. Postgraduate Certificate in Conflict, Governance and Development. Bachelor of Arts in International Relations. Bachelor of Arts in Politics. Bachelor of Arts in Politics with International Relations. Postgraduate Certificate in Academic Practice. Master of Arts in Social Research. Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences. Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with Philosophy. Doctor of Philosophy in Social Policy and Social Work. Master of Philosophy in Social Policy and Social Work. Master of Arts in Comparative and International Social Policy. Master of Arts in Comparative and International Social Work. Master of Arts in Global Crime and Justice. Master of Arts in Global Social Policy. Master of Arts in Public Policy and Management. Master of Arts in Social and Public Policy. Master of Arts in Social Policy. Master of Arts in Social Work Practice, Think Ahead. Master of Public Administration in Public Administration. Master of Public Administration in Public Administration, International Development. Master of Public Administration, International Development. Master of Research in Social Policy. Master of Research in Social Work. Postgraduate Diploma in Public Policy and Management. Postgraduate Certificate in Public Policy and Management. Bachelor of Arts in Social Policy, Crime and Criminal Justice. Bachelor of Arts in Social Work. Master of Arts in Criminology and Social Research. Master of Arts in Culture, Society and Globalisation. Master of Arts in Social Media and Social Research. Master of Science in Social Media and Interactive Technologies. Master of Science in Social Media and Management. Postgraduate Certificate in Social Media and Management. Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Bachelor of Arts in Sociology with Criminology. Doctor of Philosophy in Women's Studies. Master of Arts in Women's and Gender Studies. Master of Arts in Women's Studies. Master of Arts in Women's Studies Humanities. Master of Arts in Women, Violence and Conflict.
It is my enormous pleasure to introduce Enitan Okediji, our student orator who will speak on behalf of the class of 2021. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have both pursued the most enriching experience they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2021, I give you Enitan Okediji.
It is my absolute pleasure to welcome to this graduation ceremony our families, friends, well-wishers, the faculty who have all been a strong support system to us all. I am Enitan Okediji from Nigeria. When we started this journey in 2018, we thought we were ready for what we had coming. Little did we know that the COVID-19 was giving us the side eye, waiting so patiently to disrespect us. However, our resilience said no, and today we're here to celebrate this memorable day, albeit virtually. During this period, some of us changed jobs, we started new businesses, had babies, changed locations, found love, lost loved ones, and even got critically ill at one point or the other. Despite our very demanding jobs and other commitments, we were able to pull through. I congratulate and celebrate my resilient and courageous colleagues for achieving this feat through perseverance and hard work. Special thanks to our supervisors and tutors who made this journey less painful by being open to the feedback from the students. I want to particularly thank Professor Ellen Roberts, my supervisor, for making this journey worthwhile from the very first day. Dr. Sophie Makinda, your graceful support and guidance throughout my dissertation will never be forgotten. Our lives have been altered due to the COVID-19 scourge. While some of us have embraced certain changes that have come along with this pandemic, some of us are still grappling with the reality of a new normal. However, let's not forget that when things seem to spiral out of control, we have each other. The connections that we have made over the last 2 years are just a starting point. Hence, I will urge us to build an even stronger bond as alumni as we graduate. Together we can go far, and one common interest binds us: international development. There's so many lessons that we can glean from each other as the world changes, and we can be that set that the University of York is forever proud of. It will be said of us that in the year 2020, when COVID-19 hit, the MPA International Development graduates did not only pull through, they went ahead to set up an initiative that made a huge difference in their respective communities. So let us challenge ourselves to do even better through collaboration. With the pandemic, international development challenges have been amplified. This is the perfect time to lean on moral leadership centered around doing what is right, not doing what is easy. This period has also highlighted the importance of bringing together governments, communities, and businesses to address development challenges through shared innovations, resources, and capacity building. We are now charged more than ever, to seek homegrown and human-centered sustainable solutions to meet our community's present and future needs. I'm very excited at what the future holds for us, and I can't wait to celebrate every win, big and small. I remember being so filled with excitement when I received that congratulatory email from the Commonwealth Scholarship team in 2018. If you're like me, I pictured from that day a strut walk down the stage with a graduation gown, heels and all, carefully taking pictures with others and giving real hugs. We will do this again in person when COVID-19 is finally controlled. Until then, let's all continue to conquer.
We are honoured today by the presence of Colonel Dame Kelly Holmes, and I'm pleased to present Professor Lucy Carpenter of the Department of Chemistry, who will pay tribute to Dame Kelly Holmes.
Chancellor, it is a huge privilege to present our honorary graduand, Colonel Dame Kelly Holmes, MBE. Dame Kelly is one of the UK's most inspirational athletes, most well known for her double Olympic glory in the 800 metres and 1500 metres at the 2004 Olympic Games at Athens, becoming the first Briton in over 80 years to become the double gold medalist at the same Games. Amongst many other achievements, she has won altogether 12 major international medals from the Olympics, Worlds, Commonwealth and European Championships, still holds British records in the 600 metres and 800 metres, was awarded the BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2004 and the Laureus World Sports Award for Sportswoman of the Year in 2005, appointed the first national school sports champion and has gone on to form foundations, write books, become a dame, and recently returned to her army roots with the award of honorary colonel, which I believe makes her the only colonel dame in the world. She's held not only in great esteem, but also in great affection in Britain for her strength and courage to keep persevering despite constant setbacks and injuries. If you followed Kelly Holmes in athletics in the 90s and early 2000s, you knew that she was always on an emotional roller coaster, going from one injury or illness to the next, but somehow winning medals through it all. When she came back from injury to win the 2 Olympic gold medals in 2004, at the age of 34, it felt like it really was some sort of perfect metaphor for resilience. However, not even her off-the-chart levels of perseverance could cope with the constant brutal injuries, along with the pressure of being a top international athlete for well over a decade. And she's very candid and honest about the fact that she was having serious mental health issues during the later stages of her career, culminating in a serious breakdown in 2003. In that respect, Dame Kelly was yet again a pioneer, one of the first public figures to talk openly about their own problems of mental health and depression. But she didn't just open up the conversation, she's really used her experiences to help others. And in 2008, she founded the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust, which helps young people facing disadvantage to get their lives on track and helps them gain confidence, resilience and self-esteem and improve their mental well-being. These areas are all very close to the hearts of colleagues here at the University of York and a priority for the York Unlimited campaign. The achievements of the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust are outstanding. Around 250,000 children have been impacted through their inspirational programmes, which include a Young Leaders and Ambassadors scheme and a Community Champion scheme. The Trust has proven to have a lasting impact on the lives of young people facing disadvantage, and to enable them to achieve health, to become healthy, achieve an education, enjoy career success, take part in meaningful activities, and feel more connected to their local community. By any measure, Dame Kelly is a phenomenally talented athlete, but she said herself that it's 20% talent, 80% mindset. So she really embodies what's possible with discipline, hard work, and the resilience to bounce back from negative experiences. She's followed her athletic career by widening awareness of mental health problems, inspiring people to be the best version of themselves, and has promoted a message of being kind both to yourself and to other people. These values feel very timely in 2020. Chancellor, Dame Kelly has combined international excellence with social responsibility and has shown she's a master of building a community of shared purpose. She epitomises the vision and ethos of our university, and it's therefore with great pleasure that I present you Colonel Dame Kelly Holmes with the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Through the power vested in me by the University of York, I have great pleasure in conferring upon Dame Kelly Holmes the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Thank you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and the University of York for the great honour which you have given me today. Most of you will not know that I have an affinity with York. I was stationed at York Garrison from the age of 20 to 23 years old. Those years were a massive part of my life. I'd made numerous visits back there, opening up the athletics track, and I think York is such a beautiful, wonderful city, and the shambles are definitely my favourite. Honorary graduates, you may be lucky to live in York, but it's not luck that you are graduating today. To achieve anything worth shouting about in life is because of hard work, discipline, commitment, and having passion that will take you to the next level. I feel satisfaction in the fact that when I was 14 years old, I had two dreams. One was to be in the British Army and one to be an Olympic champion. It took you 4 years to achieve the first one, but it took 20 years to achieve the second. Some brilliant times representing Great Britain, but also injuries, setbacks, doubts, feeling scared, the highs and the lows, the hopes and opportunities, frustrations and worries. The biggest strength, though, is navigating your way through life. So I'd like to say a few things to you. As you go through your journey, you receive your great achievement in your life today. But there's a long way to go. So my last few words to you is, no matter what you go through in the next part of life, always remember that you have life, you are unique, you are stronger than you think you are. Always change the words I can't to I can, I won't to I will. Having a positive attitude will take you so far. Most of all, be proud of what you have already achieved, because so many people are still dreaming about what you have done. So my final words are to say congratulations to every one of you. Life is full of challenges, full of roads that we all have to navigate around. And those that are willing to ride that road and to keep going and don't worry about the barriers and setbacks and find a way through them will succeed in life. Anyone that has reached the top has just kept going and going and going and never gives up. So congratulations, and now it's time to party.
I now have the pleasure of introducing Professor Charlie Jeffrey, Vice-Chancellor and President.
Hello there. I have two main tasks in this speech. First of all, I have the honour in this special online ceremony formally to award your degrees. So here goes. It is my honour today to confer awards on all graduands from the Faculty of Social Sciences. That makes you graduates of the university, which brings me to my second task. I have the pleasure of congratulating you on your graduation from the University of York. Graduation ceremonies are perhaps the most special part of my job. They mark the creativity, the energy, the passion, and the sheer hard work that you, our graduates, have put into your studies. This year, they mark something else too. Your resilience and determination. It has not been easy since last March, with all the changes you've had to deal with in learning, revising, and assessment as we've followed the many twists and turns of government guidance during the pandemic. You rose to that challenge. I salute you for that, and for all the efforts you've made in doing so. Let me say on behalf of all my colleagues how proud of you we are. I'm sure your family and friends are too. Normally at this point in Central Hall, I'd call on both my colleagues and your family and friends to summon up a raucous round of applause. So I hope that wherever you are, you're now engulfed by claps, cheers, whoops, and hollers of congratulation. I hope that behind me you can make out a little of our campus, the lawn, the pond, and the extraordinary yew trees that comprise the quiet place behind Heslington Hall. 60 years ago, there was no university here. But your university is already regarded as one of the UK's best and has an outstanding reputation worldwide. All the measures we routinely use on quality of teaching, excellence of research, prospects of graduates, economic impact, confirm that strength, that reputation, that quality. That quality has a lot to do with our values. Our founders set up the university for public good. Our students were not just to be technically proficient in their fields, but also to be able to apply their learning for the benefit of our society in the UK and internationally. And our research was intended not just to open up new knowledge, but also to apply that knowledge with and through its students for, I quote, the amelioration of human life and conditions, or in other words, for public good. What do those values mean for you, our graduates? Let me answer that question by recalling a conversation I had a while ago with a group of leading figures from across the public and private sectors. The conversation was about what qualities they felt our graduates should have in an era of rapid technological change. The consensus was that while technical skills to work with new technologies were important, they were in the end temporary because technology will move on, and therefore secondary. What was more important was the ability to adapt, to apply critical thinking to new challenges, to collaborate, to be comfortable in different settings, public or private sector, in different places, different cultures. What we want from your graduates, one of them summed up, is wisdom. Wisdom, the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, and insight. You, some of the graduates we were imagining in that conversation, do not graduate only with proficiency in your subjects, you graduate also with the building blocks of that wisdom. You are, as the motto at the foot of the university crest suggests, at the threshold of wisdom. You graduate from a university which brings together students from a wide array of academic disciplines, all with an eye on the public good that their knowledge can contribute to. As a result, you'll have encountered different ways of understanding the world around us and what you can do to help it flourish in future. And you will have got to know fellow students from all over that world. Our students hail from over 140 countries. We're a meeting place for students, local and international, to exchange the ideas, experiences and values they bring with them from different parts of the world. That exchange between students from different backgrounds and different places happens during study, but also beyond it. We're fortunate through our students' unions to have the richest variety of student societies and activities of any university in the UK. We cater for pretty much any shared interest you could imagine. I've been both astounded and proud of how our societies have adapted during the pandemic to enable students to continue sharing those interests. And many of those shared interests look outward to address challenges our society faces. Whether through community volunteering in and around York, campaigning on the crucial issues of our time, like climate change, or building international understanding. The breadth of perspective that comes from being part of such a multidisciplinary, global and socially committed community is an asset that you, our graduates, will take with you as you develop your careers, and it will also be an asset for the organisations you go on to work for. That breadth of perspective nurtures wisdom, and that in turn becomes a powerful platform for public good. All that in this most extraordinary of years is all the more important. The pandemic we're living through has had a terrible impact on our health, on our economies, on the education of our young people. Many of those impacts have sharpened existing inequalities, both within countries and between richer and poorer parts of the world. We face, as a result, an enormous challenge of recovery and renewal. You will be central to that challenge. As you set out to meet it, we want to hear from you. We look forward to hearing about the ways in which you use the skills you've developed through your degrees, but also the wisdom you've built through your wider experience here at York. We look forward to hearing about how you use that wisdom to build your own careers, but also to make your contribution to our founding principle, the amelioration of human life and conditions. We look forward to hearing about your contribution to the public good. That's a special feature of being part of our community at the University of York. Please keep in touch. If this were a standard graduation ceremony, I would now be calling on you, our graduates, to clap, cheer, whoop, and holler for two groups of people. First, our staff at the university, our lecturers, of course, but also everyone else who's supported you in your time at York. Departmental staff, librarians, cleaners, our counselling team, and many more. And second, your family and friends. I suspect they may have helped you from time to time during your period here at the university, providing advice, companionship, the occasional shoulder to cry on, laundry services, and, no doubt, a little bit of money here and there. So graduates, wherever you are, will you raise the roof for our staff here at the university and for your family, friends and supporters? Thank you. As I close, I will make a commitment to you. We will invite you and your family and friends back, when it's possible to do so, to celebrate your graduation in person, in full academic dress, in our magnificent Central Hall. I look forward very much to that day. Until then, I wish you every happiness and success as you enter the next phase in your lives. And I'm delighted we now have two distinguished honorary graduates from a few years ago to add their thoughts on the next phase of your lives to those you heard earlier from the remarkable Dame Kelly Holmes. Orla Guerin, the BBC's distinguished foreign correspondent, and the acclaimed author and screenwriter Anthony Horowitz. Goodbye from me.
Hello from Istanbul. I would like to send warm wishes and congratulations to the graduands, their teachers, families and friends, everyone who has had to put up with them along the way. Today's celebrations are taking place remotely, and if anything, that should be a badge of honour. Your success should be all the sweeter because of the extraordinary obstacles you have overcome. You have all scored top marks for resilience. Hopefully for you and for all of us, the worst is behind us. We have vaccines coming our way, but life will not be as it was before, and perhaps it shouldn't be. COVID-19 has taught us some things we need to remember. The value of human contact, the importance of looking out for each other, the huge impact of small gestures of kindness. From Wuhan to New York, from Sao Paulo to Stockholm, we have been reminded that we are interconnected. For better or worse, we leave an imprint on the lives of others. Hopefully, we won't forget this when the threat has receded. I started working as a journalist more than 30 years ago. Since then, I have reported from over 70 countries. I have seen revolutions and attempted coups, the collapse of totalitarian regimes, and the birth of democracies. I have also spent some time sleeping on floors, and freezing on front lines. I look back and I can't quite fathom how all this came to pass, but I can now reveal exclusively that I didn't have a grand plan. I just found something I loved and I kept putting one foot in front of the other. I hope the same will be true for you. I know that many industries have been hit hard by the pandemic and some of the old jobs will not return. But there's also new flexibility in the world of work, new ways of thinking, and hopefully new opportunities to come. And even in the darkest moments, there can be hope. The era of COVID-19 is also the era of Captain Sir Tom Moore. I was based in Pakistan in 2012 when Taliban militants attacked a brave young education campaigner called Malala Yousafzai, shooting her in the head. As you will know, she survived against all odds, and last June she graduated from Oxford. On her 16th birthday, Malala delivered a spellbinding address to the United Nations. The young woman, who would not be silenced, said this: "One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Your pen, your actions, your voice can have a massive impact. I hope this is something you will carry forward into the next chapter of your lives, especially as graduates of the University of York, with its commitment to the public good. My message is, don't let anyone limit your ambitions. Don't let anyone tell you something is out of reach." I would like to leave you with the wonderful words of the Irish poet Derek Mahon, who died last October as the virus was raging around the globe. "I lie here in a riot of sunlight, watching the day break and the clouds flying. Everything is going to be all right."
Hello, my name is Anthony Horowitz. I'm an author and a screenwriter, and I was at York University back in the 70s, where after a career that wasn't entirely successful, I must be honest, I somehow ended up being made a doctor of the university some years later, an achievement of which I am, I have to say, very proud. And so I've been asked to say a few words today at your graduation ceremony. I suppose I meant to say that actually it's not so bad and, we can all put up with Zoom and it's, all the rest of it. But actually, the truth is that it is complete rubbish, really. And this has been, without any doubt, the worst year of my life, 2020. I mean, let's just set aside COVID for a minute. This has been a year of Trump. I mean, he's still there, for heaven's sake. And Boris Johnson, whose government is in all sorts of difficulties at the moment. And Dominic Cummings and Sean Connery, for heaven's sake, losing Sean Connery. I mean, that was the pits as far as I was concerned. And looking out the window, the streets are empty and it's raining. And anyway, I must get back to trying to be celebratory, because we have got to somehow look on the bright side of things, I suppose. And you have had 3 years at probably one of the greatest universities in the whole country, really. You are one of the privileged few, and you do have an awful lot going for you on your side, quite apart from the education you've been given and the time you've had to develop your ideas and your future and your careers. You've got youth on your side, you've got hopefully a lot of optimism, and the world around you is changing in so many fantastic ways. I mean, all the new inventions that are going to come in, which you will enjoy and which I won't. I mean, actually, it quite annoys me, really. I think about things like drones and travel pods and exoskeletons and hydrocell technology. The whole idea that maybe we're going to move into a carbon zero environment during your lifetime, but not during mine. And of course, the biggest invention of all right now, the vaccine. And that's what I really want to talk about. Professor Umar Sahin and Dr. Özlem Türeci. I probably mispronounced those names horribly, but those are the two brilliant people who have invented the vaccine that could save the world. And when I think that their parents were Turkish immigrants who came into Germany in the 60s, and they began with less than any of you have, and they have just saved the world. And they set up a company called Ganymede. And Ganymede is not named after the pretty boy who turns up in Greek mythology. Ganymede is apparently the Turkish word, which means sort of earned through hard work. And there you get to the moral of this speech, which is you have earned through your hard work a phenomenal and fantastic future. And if I have one belief in this world, it is that my generation which has to a large extent screwed everything up, is now going to step aside, and it is graduates like you who will come through and make this world so much a better place. So good luck to you. Have a great day today on your graduation. Celebrate with your friends, legally, of course, or however you want to, but you deserve your success. Enjoy it and keep going forward. Thanks.
Thank you so much for being with us today. We hope you enjoyed the event and that you enjoy the rest of the day. Whether you're celebrating with family or joining one of the department digital events that many of our academic departments will be hosting shortly. Thank you.